Yes, I am pregnant. I'm having twins. We've literally been hiding my pregnancy, you guys. Today is the day I announced to the world.
You're about to have a sister.
I look at Gio and I'm like, I want you to have a sibling. It's a lot to go from how I was to now.
Naka almost died.
We thought we'd address a couple things.
There's tons of questions, tons of assumptions,
so
rumors.
We're gonna set it straight. So the first one is, are you expecting again? Yes, I am pregnant. I'm having twins. We've literally been hiding my pregnancy, you guys, but today is the day I announced to the world I'm pregnant, mate.
Yeah, even though
I just gave birth via C-section. They just sliced me up. I'm in pain. Everything. No, I'm kidding. I'm not pregnant, guys. If I was pregnant, you guys, I would let you guys know. I'd probably be sick. I still have a belly. Like, I try so hard to suck it in, but you can't suck it in. But mates, the belly's still fat, guys. So
it's good.
It's good for now, like, you know.
It's
and
progress.
I do wear my waist trainers and it has went down, but guys, like,
she has to be careful too. Like, there's a lot of things that
did you do this? Mates.
She's obviously still recovering from the C-section, right?
Yeah.
So Naka didn't have natural birth, so like there's a lot of things that you need to do to recover properly, and it does take time, right? And the breastfeeding, you know, you're kind of swimming against the current for a lot of goals that she has, right? So
mates.
everyone reacts differently to breastfeeding. And the twins, guys, were definitely happy that it was not twins. Remember, you wanted twins, bro.
Yeah.
That would have been too much. Can you imagine?
No,
I don't want
trying
to
to
imagine.
forget. Oh my lord.
Is you?
Is it him? Oh my god.
Your ear senses, guys, when you become parents, they like double.
Go look. This was the most asked question. People ask this. Oh my god, guys. This was the most asked questions. You guys have been asking this so many times, but it is, have you changed your mind about having another baby? Are you gonna have 2 under 2? Mates. This was one of the questions that, although I want to be like, no, I don't want to do this, that. Well, I'm not having 2 under 2. Let's just put it out there.
Things change.
But I did change my mind on having another one. It's just
Why did you change your mind?
because I look at Gio and I'm like, I want you to have a sibling. Me growing up, my best memories are with my brothers. So I want to give that to Gio. I need time to recover from my pregnancy and, you
Not
know,
just
my
physically,
birth.
mentally.
Yeah, so it was very traumatic. There's things that happened that we didn't share. It wasn't a pleasant experience, and it's just things that happened that was just, it could have been avoided. Oh, mates, it was too much. So I need time to forget.
Basically, Naka almost died throughout the pregnancy journey, throughout the birth and everything. So there was definitely lots of things that if we do decide to have another one, that we're gonna have to really plan a lot of different things, put a lot of systems in place to be safe and to do everything correctly, right? So that's also another thing too. It's not just the physical, but it's definitely like the mental aspect of it.
I'm gonna say it for like my mental health and myself sake. I am gonna wait longer than 2 years. Probably I want to give myself 4 years.
That's what we talked about.
And yeah, so I think that's a big age gap. Me and my brothers are all like 3-4 years going on. My brother that I'm closest with the most, we're 13 years apart. So I think a lot of people are like, oh, have
when
kids
when
they're closer in age, mates. That doesn't do anything. I know people that are 12 months apart and they can't stand each other. Me and my older brother were about 3 years in age, and growing up,
yeah, everyone's different. Like you could have some that are close in age but are not close. You could have some that are not close in age and they are close, vice versa.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really matters like the age difference. I do have a theory that I thought about, and you guys can let me know what you think. If you have them too close, one after the other, I do believe there are chances that they don't really understand the concept of having a sibling or a brother. So they're used to getting the entire attention, and when the other one comes, it's possible that they would feel like jealous, or they would feel left out, or see it a little bit, build a little bit of resentment towards it, because that's like everything that they had, they can see as being taken away, versus maybe when they're older, they understand they actually want a sibling to play with, and they actually are excited for the sibling. We've seen videos about that, but that's just a theory. It doesn't really mean it's true or it's not true, but it's interesting to think that that could be a possibility, right? And again, it doesn't mean that every single time it's like 100%. That. I'm just saying it's an interesting theory to think about.
Yeah, my older brother, we had actually talked about it when we didn't get along when we were younger, and he said that's what it was. Yeah, he was like, he was used to getting the attention, and I came along, and then he didn't get that much attention, so he didn't like me. And I was like,
interesting.
So
I've actually even seen some kids that are older, and they actually ask their parents for a sibling. You know, like they're excited for a sibling. Remember we watched a video, and she was so happy that like that the mother got pregnant, right? So it's just a theory, but it's interesting to think about. and maybe discuss about, debate about it. But also another fact is that I do believe that if they are a little bit older, they are more independent and they can help out a little bit more.
Yeah, man, because it's just me and Dominic here. We gonna need some help. Gio, he gonna be washing the dishes, cleaning the baby, like,
these ones they keep falling out.
I didn't put the back piece. You know what? Anybody got time for this?
That actually goes into the next question.
Is parenthood at all? What? Is parenthood at all you thought it would be? Oh no, it's way harder than I thought, and it's not as fun as I thought.
I think a lot of times being parents, the best part is when you see your kids grow and you see them accomplish things and you see them, you know, build character and develop into the person that they become. Obviously, having a child at 6 months, you know, we haven't seen these things, but I personally definitely do feel joy seeing his improvements. Like the baby milestones that he makes, it does bring so much joy to us, so much smiles, and like seeing him, oh wow, look, literally the other day he was just on the couch. Oh, he's able to move his foot forward now, or like he's able to do this now. So it's very fun to experience these things together and like, see him.
Yeah, and when I say it's not as fun, it's just, I used to think being a parent is just fun, you know, because like when you see videos or hear about it, it's just the fun part. But it's a lot of work.
It's exhausting. It is tiring. Yeah. It is hard. The pros and the joy definitely outweigh the moments that you have that, you know, you're tired.
But it is a lot of work. And it's a reality check. Ooh, nice.
For me, it's about what I expected. It's actually easier than what I expected because I think I prepared myself.
Yeah, he did.
Not for the worst, but like, you know, and it is basically that, where it's actually less worse. I think we'd make an amazing team and we're able to take stuff off of each other's plates. I think one thing that does make it harder definitely is that we are alone. You know, we've moved to another country, we are alone, we don't have family. And another thing, I think it does depend on the baby too. Like Gio, he just loves life too much, so he doesn't sleep much. You know, he don't do no 2-hour naps twice a day, whatever.
You know, he wants to learn new things. Like people, you guys see it in the videos. He always wants to learn. He's
so curious. He's always happy. So, it's amazing to see how happy he is, which, you know, it makes you to see life a different way because you can see how this little bundle of joy is literally like a bundle of joy where like he's just always happy and like you can look at the sky and smile, you know, like everything. Just look at him and he just smiles. So it's amazing to see that. I think because he needs to be attended to 24/7, he doesn't take these naps. When he does take like a 2-hour nap, sometimes it's like we feel so refreshed because we can actually do things around the house and, you know, we can relax and this and that.
Oh, I'm thinking about having to carry him, Mace, and Gio's heavy, man.
I think that's another thing too, right? Like Gio's he's a custom guy, you know, like he's sturdy, so I think there's a lot of things.
He's not missing meals, man.
He's not missing meals, so I can't carry him all day because after like 10-15 minutes, my arm is numb, gotta switch him,
back
you know?
pains, you guys.
So, and I think it's as well as it is getting easier because we're getting to know him more, right? So we are getting to know what he likes, what he does not like, things to do with him, to entertain him and things, you know. So we are learning as we go as well. Obviously, we're first-time parents.
Yeah.
We are learning as we go and we're just doing our best, right? So
it's definitely rewarding.
I like this one. Gio's favorite food. We haven't tried too many things.
We haven't tried too many things.
Definitely so far of the things we've tried.
Bananas.
Wait, I was gonna say 3, 2, 1, but yeah, but definitely bananas.
Oh, oops.
It's okay. Definitely bananas.
Yeah. He likes bananas and avocados. Sweet potatoes
he
are
his mind too, this one.
So
I think that he's obviously not 7 months. He's just 6 months, right? So
we don't like feed him.
Yeah, we haven't fed him like a whole variety of foods. We are kind of just starting to introduce foods and stuff. So we've introduced like maybe 4 or 5 foods. Yeah, he's still doing the breast milk too, right?
This is a good one. How do you guys go out and about with Gio? Still struggling to taking my 3-month-old out. Oh, that's a good question.
We've been through that.
Yeah. I would say just baby steps. Like I would say go out for like 10-minute walk and be careful where you go. Me personally, I didn't go to the mall and stuff like that. I waited a little bit for that. But if you guys watch our old videos when Gio was like about like newborn or like a month or so, we would go out for walks all the time just to prepare us, you know, because it is stressful taking your baby out.
I think I was very overprotective. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I think the best way is to build up to certain things that make you feel comfortable, minimize the exposures to certain things. So obviously the interactions with randomized people, strangers and stuff, minimize those interactions. Or if you do, make sure to keep your distance and make sure that they don't pick them up or do whatever because it's not worth it. You know, it's not worth the potential risk.
Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna be at night with the baby crying while those strangers are peacefully sleeping at home. That's what I always say. Like, if I don't want you to touch my baby, if I don't want you to do this, I'm the one that's gonna suffer the consequences, not you. So, you know, people have to be respectful when you want to touch someone's baby. If the parent says no, it's their child. People get so triggered.
Yeah, in public sometimes.
Yeah.
And they feel almost offended, but it has nothing to do with them. You know, you're just putting your child first, right? So put your child first and your mental health first. It does help sometimes at the beginning to kind of go out of your routine. You know, it does change the atmosphere, which is nice. But definitely only do what you're comfortable, and that will change. You know, first it might just be like right on your driveway. It might just be then on your street. Then it might just be, you know, around your block, and then it could be like at a public place. I think as well too, your child most of the time will tell you, like, you can see if they're uncomfortable. You know, you can make them, you know, like at the beginning we had him lying down. After that we put him up. He was still facing us, and then after that we rotated him. So like just work your way up.
And don't listen to people. People are like, oh, don't lay Gio down. He's gonna be this, bro.
Yeah, his eyes this, his eyes that, bro.
Don't listen to these people. They don't know what they're talking about.
You are the parent. You know your child best.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
There is no baby that is the same.
As
so
yours.
You will know what is best for your child.
And just because someone has this experience with that, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have that experience. People like to, you know, speak and put all these things onto you, but mates, just do what's right for your child. And honestly, I would advise it's good to get some fresh air. You don't want to stay inside, especially postpartum. Oh,
if you have a balcony, if you have a terrace or something, just get fresh air. Open the windows, get some fresh air.
Literally. When is your dad going to meet Gio? Mates, you gotta stay tuned for that. For those who don't know, my dad's really, well, I don't like to say he's really sick, but his
he's not
body
in a position to travel.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, you gotta speak health and wealth, you know? He's just not in a position to travel, but we may or may not be having a trip planned back to Ottawa. I don't want to say too much. You guys gotta stay tuned. You guys, I'm super excited.
There's exciting things coming.
So
like,
yes, guys,
back to back to back, which is gonna be very fun.
Yes, guys, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for all your amazing, kind comments about, you know, how I'm handling everything, how I look. You guys are so kind. Job. Like, it's a lot to go from how I was to now. Right now, I accepted it, mates. It is what it is. So I just want to thank all the kind people out there that, you know, they spread positivity, because it's so easy to hate, be spiteful, but you guys are so amazing.
There's enough hate in the world.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys like this video.
This one woke up because you want to say hello.
Oh, Big Papa.
You're about to have a sister.
Oh, someone said Gio never cries.
Yeah. He heard sister. He's not ready yet.
He's not ready. He don't want a sister. You don't want a sister.
Anyways, guys, he's probably hungry. So.
Ew. Oh, wait. What about a brother?